Welcome back, Self-Love Sunday. Have you self-loved today? Sunday! It is I, Tasha B, in the body guru, the Borabi. So, today's topic is going to be...
Okay, it's going to be about grounding, being rooted and grounded in love, and I guess being centered as well. So, should I pause so he can...
Wow. I already had the pause.
Okay, see, this is what happens when I take over now.
Yeah, it's already good. Go ahead. You did it 2 times, I guess. I can't.
Okay.
That don't even sound like the beat, but we just gonna keep rolling with that.
It does in my head.
Okay.
Okay. I can do better. Anyway, so I was contemplating for a while because my sister's doing a course on the Root Chakra and being grounded. And in my head, I'm like, it's got to be more to this grounded thing than I'm getting. Like, what is actually being grounded? And physically, we all are grounded. Because if not, we would be floating in space. So we have to be grounded to some degree. And I also believe that everybody's chakras have to be open to a certain level, or otherwise we would be dead. So, or experiencing tremendous health issues in certain chakras. I believe that when there's blockages, like with the root chakra, for instance, if you have different issues with your hips, with your knees, with your ankles, with your genital area, anything in that area, it all relates back to the root chakra.
I apologize because I wrote all this stuff down. I write everything down because I know my brain just goes. But the earth has chakras, and when you ground, you're grounding with a certain chakra that's a couple feet below when you ground, and you think about your chakras. So you connected with that too to help ground along with it.
I wasn't going that deep outside of the body.
Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I was going too deep. That's for another episode. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was.
But that's cool though. Earth has chakras. Go ahead.
Yeah. I was trying to stick with the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Sorry. I'll be quiet now. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. But that is cool. And yes, there are chakras below your feet and above your head.
Excellent.
I was sticking to inside our bodies because technically the ones below our feet and inside our head can't flow through us technically if the ones inside our body aren't cleared out.
Yep.
The blockages or whatever. So basically I realized the only way I can describe this is I have a scripture, like one of my favorite scriptures, and it talks about being rooted and grounded in love. And I love the fact that it says rooted and grounded, because you're not just being grounded, you're rooted, which equates to what you were talking about. You're actually a seed that's decided to spread its roots and start to go into the ground and start absorbing different things so you can therefore grow. You're not just grounded because anybody can be grounded.
Correct.
Everybody's technically grounded, but we're not all rooted and technically grounded. And then the last part about the rooted and grounded in love. So technically you don't have to be rooted or grounded in love. You could be rooted and grounded in something else.
Yeah, it's always balance.
You could be
always got one or
rooted
the
and
other.
grounded in fear. And that's where I was for most of my life. I was rooted and grounded in a lot of fear and doing a lot of inner work and shadow work and different things like that, realizing I've literally, the best way to describe this is I was a plant, and the plant that I was attached to was my family, society, church, a whole bunch of other things, and I literally just cut myself off of those roots and started growing new roots. And plants actually do this. I didn't know that plants do this. You can have a plant like a vine, because Dee Dee does it all the time, and you'll cut a piece of it off.
I do it on The Sims. Don't judge. Judge yourself. I do it on The Sims, damn it.
Okay, in real life, my mom takes plants and cuts them, puts them in water, and then the plant will start to grow new roots.
Yeah.
New roots. So that means not only does the plant have everything inside of itself to create the new
whole
roots.
New foundation.
Yes! I think that's so fucking amazing. So that was like my whole epiphany with the being rooted and grounded and understanding my chakra system a little bit better within myself. Because I'm like, I know I'm grounded. Because if not, I'd be in a nut house. I know I'm grounded because if not, I'd be floating around someplace.
Correct.
Like, not saying, and I shouldn't use the word nut house because that's not.
Nice.
It's not, considering that I was.
You've been there.
Yeah, it's not a nice
I
term.
have friends in there. Have been there.
In a mental facility. Yeah.
They was on a vacation.
Yeah. And sometimes you do. You need a break.
Hell
You
yeah,
need a
you need that
mental
shit.
break because, and it's a nice one too, to not have to technically worry about anything, get
But
all
yourself.
the food you want.
If it's good, as long as you're in the right place that has good
Yeah,
food.
girl, had decent food, so
But
everything was on a time schedule, so you
I can't.
you had a mental break. Like you get what I'm saying,
you
you
had
had
to worry about
time
nothing. Correct.
to just
Be.
relax your mind, which not every you could take a vacation and get that too.
But then some people go
But
on vacations and
sometimes-
still work. They got to come back to bills. I see so many people
Yeah.
that I don't know how they do it. They ain't got a pot to piss in, but they on vacations every goddamn day and come home and they got behind the rent or don't even got the goddamn house no more, the apartment. They live with you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't understand. Or they have to come back home and work doubles and triples.
I don't really know.
People post this shit on Facebook all the damn time. What do you mean?
I have 5 friends on Facebook right now, so I don't see shit.
I don't understand it.
I
I
don't
don't
see
understand
anything.
it. People, like I said, people post on Facebook A, B, C,
I
and
don't
D, but
wanna
then people don't
post
realize people don't know
on
them in their real life. And it's like,
Yeah.
let me know the secret. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Let me know the secret because
I got you.
we're going off topic again. God,
Yeah, it's okay. I let you go on your rant. It's okay.
No more. I gotta get this shit together.
Back to the plants.
What was the plants? I was about to say, what's the topic? Okay.
The plants?
The plants. So what I do
plants.
in the morning, you see, I need to ground myself. Like you said, I'll be floating somewhere off. Recently, I've been needing to ground myself more, but even before, every morning when I wake up, before I kind of even open my eyes, I ground myself because one, I'm a very vivid dreamer. I travel. I do a lot of shit in my sleep. So I have to basically, one, bring myself back here in this time. And I had a dream last night. You had a rash under your arms and you couldn't figure out what. Mommy was taking us to school and you was like, Tasha, smile, put some on there, smell it to see if it smells bad. You had all this potato salad
And potato salad?
just falling out your arm. I could not stop laughing. How the fuck would you put potato salad on your arm? You just standing there, this shit is stripping out. And Mommy was like, okay, nobody. But you can't send her to school like that. I'm sorry, but yes, my dreams get crazy. So I kind of have to bring myself back. And
I want to know what that means now. Like,
I don't know, but you had, and it's funny because I had, like I said, my dreams, I know they mean something, but I'm not ready to tackle them yet. Where I've had past dreams and I can remember where you've been in wherever I'm at, whatever time it is, whatever dimension, you've been having issues with under your arms, like a rash. And you've been trying to figure out what's going on, but you can't use it if your arm down. We've been trying to help you, but I don't know why the fuck you put potato salad on it that day going to school. I don't know. But that shit was funny. It was very funny. And the fact that mine was like, it's okay, and it's dripping out the side. I don't know. But like I said, I need to ground myself before I even open my eyes. Like where I'm at now. I have to feel all my body. But you know what I'm saying? I do but I do a scan on my body. I feel everything. I feel where I'm at. It kind of gives me a judgment of how my day's going to go. I figure out where I'm at. And that's a grounding to a degree, but it's a difference when I come outside and put my feet in the ground. Right? You get what I'm saying? Like that's a difference. Like you said, the rooting. Like I'm connecting and rooting and
I like to sit on the ground.
I do both.
Actually,
I sit, I do, but sometimes if I'm trying to do a quick fix, you get what I'm saying? I'll just stand. But if I have time to sit and enjoy, I'll sit.
I'd rather
I'll lay.
sit and get my ass on the ground. Let that
You're
connect
cooler.
let it connect to the ground because it definitely helps cleanse and get the energy flowing and
Correct. But if if I'm doing a quick fix, it's just let me get my feet something touching and I'll feel it. But I always see you'll catch me a lot just sitting in the grass or laying in the grass. But that's what I do as far as my grounding and rooting. Whatever. I always, and even now, like when I have my moments, I gotta slow down and, all right, where am I at? How do I feel? Like, what's my body telling me? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, is anything outside of me trying to tell me something? Like, I got to ground and figure out, okay, what's happening now? Where am I at right now? Take all the thoughts out of my head. What's now? Focus on now.
Yeah.
So
for me, what I've been doing, I wouldn't even say grounding wise. I don't know if I'd call it grounding. Centering myself. My heart space. I'm still focusing on my heartbeat. I'm doing my best to focus on it as much as I can, like throughout the day.
I need a nap.
And dancing. A lot of dancing. A lot of stretching and dancing. Not just dancing, stretching and dancing. So that's been what's I've been focusing on. And just being still at times. Like yesterday I was stretching with no music. I just opened the window, turned the air conditioner off, and just listened to the birds chirping.
They don't understand that. When Deli gets mad because I cut the air off, open the window, it's going to be hard to get the air back on. And I need air to flow through this house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need that movement, that energy, that cleansing the air. I need that. I really do. But I get that. I definitely get that.
I haven't done that in a while. Just like chilled with nothing. Like, I don't have a TV in my room anymore. So it's like kind of like a nice little zen space. A nice zen sanctuary. My space is pretty clear right now.
Love it.
Even to the fact, my mom came in and she was like, your room felt so peaceful.
She told me that. She called me too, saying that when I was not feeling too great.
I know.
I don't want to hear about the boy right now. We're not going. Again, I'm not going to go on a rant. I love you, Dee Dee. I love you. You can't be nothing else but Dee Dee.
I'm not going to say what she was doing, but anyway. So back to the plants. I found that interesting that the plants can not only, but you cutting them, they're technically healing themselves because you cut them off their thing and then they're growing.
I feel bad because when they'll cut the trees in the back and like the sap, I'm like, baby, you hurt them. And then one had a cut. I'm like, you're hurting the trees. Like, I felt bad. Like, I know he has to cut it, but it's just like, oh, they're bleeding now. Like, I know they'll be all right, but it's weird. But they feel, they have energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're living things, and they will heal themselves. And it's like, well, if you really stop and think, like, I'm not superior, humans ain't superior, we're all the same and equal. It's like, you can see the world so much differently, so differently. But yeah, plants are pretty cool. I just can't keep them alive to save my life.
Wow. I ordered, since we're speaking on plants, I'm adding one new plant to my addition. I have bamboo. I don't know what the other one is. It's an indoor plant, but it's still alive.
Good.
And I'm ordering a Venus flytrap that's going to be in a terrain. So it's going to, terrarium. It's going to basically create its own atmosphere. So I don't have to do anything.
What about bugs?
It'll take care of itself. It doesn't need to eat meat. The water, it'll get its nutrients from the atmosphere inside itself. It's fine. It'll be fine.
Cool beans.
It's supposed to come.
All my indoor plants die. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying because I'm not opening the windows and the air in.
So, yeah.
I like it.
Oh, and to end, basically, just to touch on the water inside your body.
We're plants.
Somewhat, yes.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Basically, why you have to cut yourself off, if you want to. If you want to reroot yourself.
Yeah, if you feel as though you, sorry for spit, if you feel as though you need to.
Reroot yourself, cut yourself off from society, your parents, other things, social, whatever, and just like start a
Maybe you got to cut a certain branch from that.
Not start a new. I mean, like, you can
cut it all off.
What's it called? Cut weeds, trim. Like, basically, that's what you're doing.
Weeds your garden. Weeds your garden.
I'm talking about your mind at a certain point.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah,
but I'm explaining.
Okay,
at
I
the
know
same
what you're
time.
saying. Okay.
So you have to cut certain thoughts and certain things out of your life for those who want to do it. The reason why it can be challenging is because we are made of water and we absorb certain things. So we still hold on to certain vibrations, whether we think it. Our body, say when you get hurt, that muscle memory is still there.
Yep.
That pain is still there.
You're going to try to protect it, and you're going to be cautious. And You might even feel it and really don't be. You know what I'm saying? Like you can make the pain there when it don't need to be there. I know I've done that shit.
That's why it takes time. The rerooting,
Let it go.
The process of growing new roots can take some time. So for those of you who feel as though you've been doing a lot of inner work and you haven't been getting anywhere, you are getting someplace. It just takes some time to grow new roots. That's all.
You gotta build that foundation.
And I'm saying that for myself too, because realistically, I know I've done a whole bunch of work, and then last year came and it's like, what the fuck?
But I think that was where the roots really kind of dug its foot, but you was able to be able to see and be able to dig those roots there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't go through that, if you didn't go through that, how would you be where you're at now?
100%. I get that, but going through it,
of course,
I didn't see
yeah, you don't see
how I'm getting to where I'm at now.
Even now, I can say it's like, yo, what the fuck? Where am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, where am I at? Why is this happening? But I know that it's for a reason. Yeah. I know that I'm creating roots, and now is the time to make the roots how I want it. You get what I'm saying? Have certain people in my life do this, do that, do this a certain way, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can create your world. You can create that flower, that roots, wherever you want to go and link up to it like another tree, whatever. You can choose it. And I also know that I can always cut it off and start again. Like that's the beauty of it. I can always cut that motherfucker and start again.
I'm done with cutting stuff off. Now what I got.
I am too, because that's what I'm saying. It's not even what I got. It's like I'm choosing wiser. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm making better decisions. And I'm not saying I'm doing everything right, because it can be. And I've had messed up hiccups recently where I had to go back and like, oh shit, like no, let's correct that. But I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it early too. You get what I'm saying? Like where it's not going a whole damn root all the way down to the septic tank. You get what I'm saying? Like it's rooted in me. I can snip it early. Yeah. So I'm learning it. You learn as you go, but it gets better. And like I do agree. Like sometimes you don't see the growth, the roots being grounded, but it's definitely there. Everything you do, you're planting seeds. Yes. At the end of the day, it
does end up getting better, and especially when you've done. I'm pointing to myself, especially when you've done the work. That's the thing that took me back, because it's like I know I did the work. Do you get what I'm saying? Last year, I'm not feeling the same way now, currently present, but last year it's like I know I did the work. Why am I here? Why am I going through this? And it's not going, it's me growing through something. And I literally had to grow through something. So
and that's what people don't realize. You have to go through stuff. How can you learn if you don't go through it? It's just handed to you like, oh, there you go. What are you learning?
I don't know if I've ever told you this. Okay, you know cereal boxes, how they got the prize in the box?
Yes.
What's the most fun about the prize in the box?
What do you mean? Getting it, finding it, digging in there and getting it.
Tell me why I bought a cereal box and the toy was like right on top. I was pissed.
I can't.
I was, because like you said, the fun is digging through, like shuffling it, trying not to get your hands in it, but just to get the toy. Like that's the fun part. Eating the cereal, trying to pour half it out, not getting in trouble, put the cereal back.
I can't.
But that's the fun part. However you do it, that's the fun part. But when they put it right on top,
they had time to hide the shit. They put it in there. They called it a day. That worker was tired that day.
That wasn't a surprise.
They was tired.
It wasn't fun.
They put it right there for you.
That's how life is. You gotta dig. Sometimes you gotta dig through the cereal.
They gave it to you easy. Doesn't make it fun.
It's not fun.
You didn't get to get your hands dirty. You didn't get to learn. You didn't get to feel. It was there for you.
It's the experience.
It is.
You have to go through.
I used to hate when Dee Dee used to say the experience is the best teacher. I used to hate when she said that, because I never understood. Like, yo, shit. Sorry, Dee Dee, but it's the truth. No, seriously, it's the truth. I used to hate hearing that until I realized, yo, it's seriously like some people have to experience stuff to learn. Because I can sit and talk down to my kids, talk to them too, it's blue in their face, and it's like I'm not gonna say I don't care. I do care, but it's like I know it's not going to reach them until they experience it. And then when they experience, it's like, oh yeah, but it is. So if you don't experience anything, like the song, how can 50 Cent? How can you feel no joy if you never experience pain? You get what I'm saying? Like you can't. You have to have one to have the other. You get what I'm saying? It's always a balance. You can't just have the good and you can't just have the bad. You have to have a balance. You have to have both.
The low in order to have the really, 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 really big high.
Yep. How can you have a high and you never had a low?
Big high that I know is coming. Anyway.
Correct. So
that's what I'm excited about centering. I didn't get too much into centering, but I did get into the rooting and the grounding.
Now, do you have any like techniques, like different ones you can explain to help people do that? Or maybe not this episode, or
maybe not this episode, but I know for myself, like I said before, focusing literally on feeling my heartbeat.
Okay.
Like I can sit and get still and
like
not
a meditation
touch my
to
hands,
a degree.
yeah, and feel my heartbeat.
Yeah,
and I've been working on doing it when there's other things going on around me, because
it's easy to block people off for me.
It is, and it's not easy at times depending on what's going around, because if it's too much stimulation,
I get it. No, I get it.
I can't do it.
I get it.
I get stimulated very easily, and then
I get it.
I don't want to get distracted.
If I'm around people that I don't know, it's no way I can do that, because I always have to have my guard up. Sadly, that's just how I am. I have to have my guard up, so I can't be in his face while I shut everybody up. That's what I'm saying. Like my kids, that's what I'm saying with my kids. I know how to shut them out so easily.
That's different. They don't count.
Yeah, I can shut them out very easily. But no, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
but centering, I think, is more getting your mind aligned with your heart.
Okay.
And focusing on, I don't want to say your soul, but not your intuition, your inner being, like the truth of who you are, in a sense, more focusing on that. Because like I look at your head as like a giant radio station.
That's what it is.
You can think of stuff, but it's also like picking
going
up,
in and out.
Yeah.
What's it called? Transmitter. That's what I was about to say. A transmitter, or I think that's what it's called. The station where they pick up, like the telephone thing, like they pick up and send out that.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it too.
Yeah. But your heart's more of the actual signal. That's the way I look at centering. Is my heart's the actual signal that I want to be going. Yeah. What's in my heart that I genuinely desire to experience, what I genuinely desire to have, and to enjoy in my life. That's what I want emitted into the universe, basically.
I love it. I freaking love it. Yeah, because we don't want my crazy thoughts being emitted.
Yeah, and I've had some crazy ones, so
I have all the time.
So I'm grateful and thankful that we don't get all the crazy thoughts that come across our mind. That scared me for the longest time, like seeing different posts, your thoughts, every single thought you think. Then it's like, oh my God, I can't think. Stop staring at the wall. I can't think. Do you get what I'm saying?
I get it.
Go from one extreme to the other. I can't be a sinner. Now I can't think. Ah!
I can't. No, I get it.
And I guess that's the conclusion, the end.
I like. And I think we should definitely do more of giving exercises next time for ways we can do that. You said the one listening to your heartbeat, so that's a good one to sit. And I do that too. I didn't realize I was centering, but that makes perfect sense. Just sitting out, listen to my heartbeat. I don't think about it. I'm just letting it go, and I'm listening to the beat.
I have to add something else to that.
Go ahead.
Breathing with my pussy.
Okay. Well, you have to teach that.
Listening to the heartbeat and breathing with my pussy at the same time.
Okay.
That's the whole complete.
Are you going to explain how to do that, or are you just going to throw that out there and leave it like that?
Throw it out there. If somebody wants to learn eventually, I will teach.
Okay.
How to specifically.
If y'all interested in learning how to do that, breathing with the cooter.
Yes.
Breathing with your cooter.
You can always Google it if you don't want to wait for me.
Facts.
It's technically called pelvic floor breathing. So.
I mean, you told me about it, but I definitely need to get more into learning how to do it. I know how to do the belly breathing and all that. That's kind of my main focus, but I can't do much with my cooter breathing. Just gonna leave that alone right now. Just focus on what I got and what I can do.
Just be where you're at.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm where I'm at right now. But I do want to learn that. So whenever you're ready, we definitely have to do an episode. Maybe we both can do that, because I can do different techniques. You can do different techniques. We can show y'all different techniques to ground, to meditate, all the good stuff. All that good stuff. So good stuff. If y'all have any questions, comments, please ask. If y'all want you want to see a certain kind of meditation or grounding or centering or whatever you call it, if you want to see it, ask us. If we know how, we'll do it. If not, we'll refer it, but we'll get it done for you. Anything else? You good? And as always, I said it with no edit.